It's getting on the yellow comfortable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, I always what I want to be here.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't. Although straight could be, it might be okay, but you're stretching from this side.
Yes,
So
that's exactly right.
I'd want to be there.
Yeah,
in this vicinity because that's comfortable.
that's it. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
And there's two ways to get it. I mean, you can either come into the shot, which is most will say the better way because you've got all this margin of error.
Yeah.
Or just if you come straight down, you've got a window.
Yeah, that's
You
exactly
could
right.
overshoot. Too hard you're here.
Yeah.
Too soft you're up here.
That's it. That's all exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
So,
Yeah.
so you try to stun it.
Off
Yeah.
that cushion
So
and hit that
once
line
it hits
there, yeah.
here, you've got all this.
Yeah.
Unless you hit it massively hard,
That's
and you just
right.
shot off.
Yeah, that's it.
If you've hit this point around here, you're definitely on it. No
So
matter what, you could finish here,
That's
here,
right.
anywhere.
It's a lovely line, isn't it?
It's not, that's the
final
line, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when they say from brown to blue.
Yeah.
It's better to come off the cushion,
That's
even
right.
if you hit it there,
Yeah.
because then it'll roll. You've got, but if you try to go straight across it, you've got a small margin you could overshoot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's exactly right, and it's all about snooker. It's all about what I like to call it the final line, isn't it? That
Yeah.
the white takes.
Yeah.
You want the final line to have a nice margin of error.
Yeah.
So in this case, the final line would have a lovely margin of error, wouldn't it? If we
Yeah.
come off that cushion like that.
Yeah.
Same with the brown to blue, isn't it? The final line is lovely.
Yeah.
That the white's taking.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at that for right-handed players, it's a horrible shot.
It's
Black
horrible
to yellow,
because
like you say.
if you're here, up here,
The second you
If-
go
yeah.
to the left of this line,
yeah,
we can't reach it. It's
No.
horrible.
yeah,
Anywhere along that line. So
Yeah.
we have to try and get
this side,
this side of straight, don't we?
yeah,
Straight is just about okay, we can
Yeah.
probably just about reach.
Yeah.
But actually, we really need to hold ourselves to really high standards, don't we, to get this side of straight.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so you're exactly right with all of that. So if you've got this position now then in a frame,
Yeah.
you need to go from black to yellow. What would be your preferred route then? What would you play, do you think now?
stun
So yeah, you would go off the two.
off the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I'll have a go at that then, yeah.
And I'd put left on it because once it hits here, it can flick it
Exactly right.
into the right because with no, it'll just roll slowly and you could end up here. Where a bit of left would
Well,
give it a
it's-
bit more pace. It'll flick it into
And it's even,
yeah.
but what the left will do is
If it hits here, it'll still come that side.
it will send you
Send it this
that
side,
side of that
yeah.
line, that's it.
Just in case, yeah.
So that's it, it just helps you. And it's only a dab, you don't need much.
Yeah.
Just,
And I always put left hand side without even noticing it anyway. So it works
That's
a
it,
lot
yeah.
of time alright without me having to consciously say I'm going to put left on it.
Yeah. So that's actually not too bad, that's very
Too
good,
bad,
yeah.
Yeah, could have a bit more into it.
Yeah, so you've already got a good understanding of this. So I see a lot of people that
Yeah.
come far too low down this cushion.
No, I think you go too low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's much higher.
That's
than you
from
would think.
trial and error.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I spend 1 hour just doing that.
Well, I have, yeah, with this.
1 hour.
I've played this shot
Just 1
over
hour.
and over and over again.
Over and over, and I do it a lot. So
Yeah.
probably I have got into it and come through there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah, that's
Too
very
much.
common. Yeah,
Or ended up here.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
And actually, it's just a fraction below centre,
just
isn't it?
yeah.
And you're getting very high up on that cushion, like you say.
Yeah.
So yeah, you actually played that one well. Yeah. Maybe a fraction too high up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you've been picky, but.
Not enough pace, but
Yeah,
it's the right line.
So yeah, the right line, yeah. So again, this is a bit like when we were cannoning the colours, just a little bit
Yeah.
more authority. You know, just
Yeah.
give it a little bit more authority when you deliver it. See, that's just about okay with it, Ben.
Yeah, almost. straight to there. So
yeah, so you just about be
just
alright.
about be all right.
So
Yeah.
hold that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's try one more of these then. You know when you're actually delivering the cue, once you deliver it, would you say you try and keep your grip reasonably relaxed?
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah, relax, yeah.
It's just sometimes it's difficult to tell, but it looks good to me, like your grip functions well. Like you don't have a big squeeze, do you, when you play the shot? That'd be perfect.
Lucky there.
Yeah, we'll have that.
Let's try that again.
But that was actually though, nice delivery though. Nice delivery.
Just
a high fraction too high on the white, yeah.
See, what's bugging me, I'm not looking at where the black's going in the pocket. I didn't even look at one of them. I'm looking at the white all the time.
Looking at the white.
And it's bugging me. I try and avoid that so much.
Yeah.
That
just concept. Yeah, it's one of my biggest things that I like to say.
Once I deliver, I don't look at the black. Once it's hit it, I'm looking at the white.
Yeah, all of my preparation, it's like I say, I try and do it all in this standing position, and I say, if I am there on the white, and I do it medium power, just let the white take care of itself.
Yeah. See, I looked at the black that and I missed it. Yeah.
Well, I think that's just because you end up concentrating.
Concentrating too much.
It just becomes a conscious thing when it should just happen naturally, really. That's a good one, yeah. That's very good.
Yeah.
So for that, that's excellent, yeah. See, so that shot, very common black to yellow, isn't it?
Yeah.
That shot. And you're already playing it in the right way, I would say, aren't you, that one?
Yeah.
I've already got that. I'll just grab that white off here. I'm going to go here. So I would always say, if I could pick on the final black and pick the white up with my hand and put it somewhere.
That's my best bit.
Actually, I would put it here.
Would you? I'd put it there.
Okay.
Because I know I can easily hit there, and once it hits there, I'm in.
Okay. Yeah. So if you were to watch the pros again, and I would do it, this is the position that they will favour, because it's a nice line. Once I come off here, nice and comfortable for hitting it. We'll look at the dangers of this one in a second. Yeah. So we'll play a few and we'll look at the dangers and why you would maybe want to avoid it, but let's play a couple.
That is it too high on the cushion?
Yeah, too high on the cushion.
Yeah, so I lost it. Yeah, I need it too hard. It goes in the middle bag. I don't know what you're saying.
Fish the white.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a danger of the in-off.
Yeah.
The other problem is coming a little bit too low on the cushion, and exactly like we talked about. You know, this straight line where we don't want to finish this side.
Yeah.
What happens is, unless you play left-hand side, even if you hit this cushion quite high, we come straight or the wrong side of the yellow. So it's actually quite a complicated shot in that you do need a little flick of left-hand side to help you go the correct side of the yellow. So that's why it's a little bit difficult to play and get absolutely right.
Yeah.
That would have been okay.
Yeah, it was just see with the left-hand side.
Yeah. That's it. That's a perfect one, yeah. That's it. And that tiny bit of side, I always call it rescuing you.
Yeah.
You know, once you hit this cushion, it just rescues you and flips you up that way. And again,
to the right.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
But that's why I would say that shot's a little bit more complicated than you might than people might think. So I see a lot of people, they'll try and clear it, they'll be finishing off a frame, they'll go from black to yellow here. I think they've played it perfectly actually. You just the wrong side of it again slightly.
Yeah.
That's it. And so that left-hand side did exactly that, and it rescued you.
Yeah.
You looked like you were going to slightly take the wrong line,
Yeah.
which just flicks you perfectly onto it here. Right, so if I was to stick you in this other position then. But if you could pick now, what do you think feels more comfortable then? That side or this one then for you, would you say?
The easier pot is this side.
Yeah, you feel like that's the
I
easier
feel the
pot.
easier pot.
Yeah.
That side probably again the better position, but
That's
you're having, because it's like a half ballish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And would you say generally that you feel more uncomfortable with a high black than a low one?
Yes.
Yeah. And I had exactly.
Well, this side is even worse.
Yeah.
Because the right-handed player
tail's in the way of it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have had exactly the same thing again.
Yeah.
That I always used to try and play low if I could.
Yeah.
But it just felt more comfortable.
Yeah.
So if you're there on the black then, what about this one? How would you go black to yellow now?
Right, obviously it's going over there, and then it's going over there. So you'd have to put some left-hand side to flick it.
Okay, so you think left-hand side on that?
Yeah. Because if you just want to come down here,
yeah,
there's a lot of error that can go wrong.
Yeah.
You have to hit it harder.
Yeah.
Because with topspin you're going over there.
Yeah.
So you'd have to hit it maybe just above centre, but a bit harder for it to come down there. Well, it's about just thick in it, like a 3/4 ball.
Yeah, it's quite
a
a thick pot, isn't
thick
it?
pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with topspin, with left hand side, we'll flick it over to hit around here.
Okay.
I've tried it that way, but
Yeah.
I don't get it always.
So
I can try that shot and see what happens.
Yeah, let's have a go. Yeah. Yeah, and that's right. So,
Yeah.
so the point of this was, it's very, very common to think that you need left-hand side on that
Yeah.
shot, and actually it
We
makes
don't.
it a little bit worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually flicks it into the middle of the table.
Mm.
So if you can get pure topspin on this type of shot,
Okay.
you'll actually take yourself high up this cushion, and exactly like the other one, so just pure topspin and no side at all. That's better, isn't it?
Mm.
Now, still a little bit short, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you were to hit that a fraction firmer now, what you'll do is lose some of the topspin effect straight away and just go a bit higher up this cushion, so just a little bit firmer. Yeah, so you see the way you higher up the cushion that time.
Yeah.
So this is where all that touch and feel comes in again.
Yeah.
About, you know, when people say, where are you aiming on the white? And
Yes.
you think, well, that shot's got a lot of feel involved again about how far I'm throwing the white up the table.
Yeah.
So by hitting it harder, it's the same as the screw shot, isn't it? By hitting it harder, the white's going to wheel spin for a second
Yeah.
before the top can grab it and take it up the cushion. The softer you go, the quicker you'll get the white to grab, and it'll take it a bit
Yeah.
more than a cute line maybe up there.
Hit it as hard.
Yeah, that's still not too
Yeah.
bad though, nice and close to the yellow.
Yeah.
But again, you can see just how much feel's involved in it, can't you?
Yeah.
But you can absolutely see now that left-hand side would just make the problem
Yeah.
a lot worse, wouldn't it? That was a good one as well, yeah. That was a good one. Lots of top on that, yeah. And nice pace. That'll be good, yeah. Let's just go for one more of those. nice, yeah. Very good. Yep, that's excellent, yeah. So, what about if we go? The hell of that.
I think just with top spin, it might just miss the pink.
Yeah,
Come down this way.
I think you're
Just
exactly
come
right,
down.
yeah. Yeah, exactly right, yeah. And this is, this time, I think it's the best option, isn't it? Because even if you try to, some people have said, well, I've played with loads of left-hand drive and try and get off this cushion again. It's too difficult, isn't it, with the distance between the black and the white?
Yeah.
Even if you screw round the corner, the line that the white's taking isn't nice anyway, is it? So, yeah, I think you're right, yeah, simplest option there. So I think this one, you'll miss this shot purely because you're worried that about hitting the pin.
Yeah.
So you'll hit it thicker by being worried about what the white's doing. That's the only reason you hit that thick that time. So just committing to your potting angle like you do on all the others, even if you can fall ball into the pink, don't worry about what the white's doing. That's better. Excellent, yeah. So the only reason you can't misjudge the angle on that first one that badly that you hit it there.
Yeah.
The only reason you did it was because you were just worried about what the white was doing. The only reason. And I would actually say, see on that previous shot, the one where you were playing with topspin, you only missed one of those blacks.
Yeah.
I think your angle recognition is actually probably a bit better than you think, and you sometimes miss for other reasons. So same again, yeah. Just topspin, just commit to your potting angle.
Yeah, because it's slightly thick.
That's it.
So it's a pink.
Caught it, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect again, yeah. I always talk about one of the things I like to do. It's all in the preparation. So I already know up front. And another thing I like to think about it is it's a lot of preempting snookeries. So you get more used to preempting all the horrible things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
So like when I'm playing a shot like that, I've already done enough of missing them thick.
Yeah.
So I'll preempt it up front in my mind, go, look, it's a bit thinner than I'm happy with this is. So commit to the potting angle, even if I cannon the pink, I've still got control of the table.
Yeah.
But it's very common, like I say, that first one that you missed, you didn't misjudge the angle that badly.
Yeah.
You were just worried about what the white was doing, that was all. So it's just about that preempting game, isn't it, up front, of just saying, look, I already know in this standing position here that this shot is a little bit nasty. I've got to commit to this potting angle and just let the white take care of it. So let's try one more of those. Perfect again, yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, that would be exactly what I wanted.
That's it. Absolutely perfect, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And after
I
that,
just put a bit more pace into that one because I was finishing a bit short.
just get it a bit
just
up.
to give it a bit up.
And after that first one that you missed, you've potted them all excellently. Yeah. I think by committing to just standing behind that line of aim, you know, standing behind instead of the line to the pocket, I think you'll start to see improvements. And then when I see you miss, it's not actually for reasons of misjudging that angle so badly. It's for all the things, isn't it, that causing those odd misses.
Well, if I can eliminate that, that's one less thing to worry about.
Yeah, that's it.
And I can concentrate on my straight cueing, my technique.
Yeah.
Thinking about
which
too
actually
much.
your technique is actually already good, isn't it? Your next thing is going to be trying to just, like I say, put your mind at rest with some of these things and then actually move forward and commit to doing some of the things that you know with your aiming that you need to be doing today. But these are the common shots with the black. These positions here. The only other one is if you're. If we just look at this one, is if you're here, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's some reds over here. You want to get that side.
No, sorry, let's say we're going black to yellow again.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so the only other one is here, isn't it, when you're
Yeah.
low on it, on the
I mean,
grid.
you can go through there.
Yeah,
I've even actually screwed it down, but
so what would you think then, yeah?
I'd go over there,
Yeah, you just run it
run
through.
it through, and hopefully just miss the blue. Because
Yeah.
a lot of times you hit the blue.
Yeah, yeah.
Top spin, you hit the blue.
Yeah.
So, because top spin is hit about there, and that's the line, and it could, so you want to hit it about a bit lower.
Yeah.
So it comes across.
Just across,
And hopefully not too short where you end up here.
Yeah.
Because I have loads of times.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to be over here.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I would say, again, you see loads of people when they're clearing up, they'll pop the last few reds, and then they'll pop the red and just, if the red was where the white is, say,
Yeah.
they'll just pop the red and leave the white there.
Yeah.
And actually I go,
That's the worst shot.
yeah, if I
That is
could,
the worst position I want to be in.
that's right, you go, if I
Yeah.
could pick that up, that's probably the worst place
That's the
to
worst
put the white.
place. Yeah. I'd screw it back to be here.
That's it, just
Yeah.
screw it back a bit so you've got the
Yeah.
other angle. Yeah, but it's so easy, isn't it, to just see the red in front of you and think,
Yeah.
right, I'll just stop the white there. But actually you're going, that's rubbish now.
Yeah.
In terms of, so I think you're right here. The line is to go up this way. Do you think there's any chance that you can pop this black and screw off that cushion so that your final
This
line
one?
is good? Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, I have done it. It's a lot of feel and.
But it's tough, isn't
Tough,
it? It's
yeah.
right up there,
It's
isn't
right
it? I
up
think-
there with a tough shot.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
if
think-
in a frame situation where
Yeah.
you wouldn't probably try.
That's right. And
You'd
go-
use the easiest, which is just the top.
That's
spin.
it. And I think
Yeah.
if you were to hit it not quite perfect, you could screw it off or anything,
Yeah.
so it's a bit dangerous, isn't
Yeah.
it?
If the frame's one and you're not bothered, you might
Yeah,
as well just
that's
do
it.
it to show
Now this
off.
is where I say, if you were there,
Yeah.
well now you might screw it down.
There,
Do you
that's-
think
yeah,
it's a bit easier,
it's a
isn't it?
bit easier. Yeah.
Or possibly there, say.
Yeah.
But even less than half a ball can make the difference between me saying, well, I'm going to roll off the cushion. I probably
Oh,
would
that'd
screw
be
that
difficult
one.
now going over there.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I probably would screw that now.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're tiny fractions, aren't they? But
Yeah.
yeah, if you have a go at that then. Just rather than that one through.
Too high, but I got away with it. A bit.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so sometimes this is actually surprising in that
Yeah.
because you're coming underneath the blue,
Yeah.
I sometimes say you can actually use
Can
that other cushion
Yeah.
as like another,
If you hit it harder, yeah.
but you end up going, I don't know whether I'd risk that again
Yeah.
in a match. So same again, just lots of top spin. Yeah, so with that, are you trying to stun it just a fraction?
Stun it a fraction to get it a bit
to
lower.
get top side of the blue?
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. So let's just have a look first where it goes. If you just go top spin, so just maximum top spin. That's it. So where it is, you are actually
Yeah.
quite close to that being that cushion being nice, aren't you?
Yeah, if I hit it harder, it would have gone back.
Yeah. So try that. If you go maximum top spin, give it
more
just a
power.
little bit more. Yeah.
Ooh, I checked.
Yeah. Little bit of
Yeah.
accidental left hand side on
Left-hand
there.
side,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's the first one you've done of that. So.
Yeah. Too much power in that one.
Yep. So slightly too much.
Yeah.
But in terms of technique and things, you see, you're already doing the correct things here. Nice long backswing, isn't it? So
Yeah.
you can be nice and smooth and build the cue speed up gradually.
Oh, but continue. I'm seeing the angle thinner than it should be.
But I actually think again, part of this will be if I told you not to get on the yellow and just roll this black in from here with top, I think you'll pot it. I think you'll worry a little bit too much about getting that white up there and wondering what that's doing. So just make sure you're concentrating on potting that black. Good, yeah? Potted it a fraction thick.
Thick, yeah.
So I often say, again, if I just asked you to pot this at pocket speed and just roll it in, you'll pot it. I don't think you'll misjudge that angle. It's a confidence thing, I think, for players, that you'll end up on this black when you're hitting it a lot harder, and then you'll overcut it because you're trying to control the white almost in your mind and things like that. It's all about that preparation again. Just make sure you're committing to potting that black. Nice and smooth.
Thick.
That's it, slightly thick, but it's still got the pot again.
Yeah. Fractions.
Yeah, tiny little fraction. Yeah.
Fractions.
That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, so could have been a little fraction harder, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But, you know, very good pot. That was a nice clean one that time. Try one more of those then. And again, it's like that, you see.
Yeah. Too much.
You probably missed that like by that far. And I'm going, that's not angle recognition, is it? Would you agree that it's not really that you've misjudged the angle by that far?
No.
That's a good one again. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, very good.
Pace off that one. It might be a fraction left on it, just killing the pace maybe.
Yeah, maybe a touch. I mean, it's again, it's a bit of a horrible line anyway, isn't it, to take? That's why I say this position. It's one worth showing, but it's the position that, if I've got a choice again, I'm just avoiding this place with the white, really. It's a bit horrible. So let's just have a go then, if I move you just up to there. So would you screw that one off the cushion, do you think?
Yeah, screw that one, yeah.
Yep, so have a go at that then.
Well, we've got that one.
So yeah, have a cut back. But of course, what will complicate this again? So let's just, I'll just put you there. Yeah. If you just pop that pocket speed into here, no screw, just rolling it in. Yeah. So the point is just, you won't misjudge the angle on this black. It's just the cueing is held to very high standards, isn't it? You've got to really get hold of the white, you've got to go through the bottom of it properly without any unwanted side. So it's not angle recognition that will stop you here, it's purely cueing. Great shot. It's a good shot. I would actually say you could have even got more on that. Yeah, you probably hit that about 80% for you, I would say. I'd say you could probably get hold of that a little bit more. Got a lovely clean pot there. Yeah, another great shot. Very good, yeah. But that's tiny, isn't it? You can see the difference there, can't you? It's the difference between that one and that one is all we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, that one and that one. And then
A
we'll
quarter of
screw
a
it.
ball, anyway.
Yeah.
Less than a quarter ball width.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Tiny differences, yeah. Perfect.
I've put some reverse side on that. Just to
Yeah, that's good.
help it
Yeah.
ping off the cushion.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you feel comfortable putting that with the left on,
Yeah, just put a
absolutely, yeah.
tiny bit of left, just
Yeah,
so when it hits here, because it's
Just have that extra flick.
yeah, it flicks it a bit.
That's good. Does this make sense as well, hopefully, about the potting angles, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You're not going to, so your angle recognition will be fine on these blacks here.
that's what I'm trying to do with this.
That's it.
It's complicating it.
And all you're doing is like tiny differences, like you talked about earlier,
Yeah.
about whether this is 3/4, not worried about it, or what's that one, and what's that. These were slightly different, but you won't miss this black because you can't pick out the point on here. Of course you can. You can
You're not
pick the
going to
point
hit
on
it.
that. But it's just, I think people take cueing for granted. They think,
Yeah.
well, I'm only close to the black here and I'm just playing it with a bit of screw, but it's
Yeah.
very, very difficult. That's why all the professionals sit in the commentary box and they watch Ronnie O'Sullivan, and even they are in awe of how brilliant he is, because you're going, this game is very difficult,
Yeah.
you know, to cue that consistently that well.
Yeah.
And that's why even they're amazed by Ronnie, aren't they? Because he's so good, isn't he? You know, what he does.
Yeah.
Right, so if I just stop this a second again.